Hey entrepreneurs, it's Sam Day here from Day Tips, and in this video, I'm speaking about a statistic that I stumbled across, which is 80% of e-commerce businesses fail. Now, I saw that statistic and I knew immediately I wanted to create a video on that topic because I know a lot of you who watch my content are running e-commerce businesses in some way, shape or form. You're running a Shopify store, you're running eBay or Amazon stores, you're running a WooCommerce store. And this information is going to be helpful so that you don't fall into the 80% of people who are failing and you're in that 20% of people who are running successful e-commerce businesses. And I think a lot of people get it wrong. They think, oh, it's easy to start an e-commerce business. So we don't have to have a strategy. We don't have to have a marketing plan. We don't have to have a marketing budget. We don't have to do much research. Where actually, because it's easier to start an online business in terms of, it's easy to go onto a wholesale website and buy some products and then to create a Shopify store and then put the products on there. Because it's easy to do that stuff, there's so many people doing it that you have to be better than the 80% in order to be in the 20. So in this video, I'm sharing some of the things that you need to be doing in order to end up in that 20% of businesses online who are actually succeeding in their e-commerce business. The first thing to keep in mind is preparatory research. This is absolutely vital to e-commerce businesses, and it's something that you have to get comfortable with doing. So there are times as a marketing consultant where I'm opposite someone on Zoom or across the table and I'm trying to give them advice, and I ask them about what research have you done before you launched your product or your products. And they look at me blankly in the face because they've done even none or very little research into their market. This is a huge mistake, especially for those of you who are, putting upfront money to invest in your website, to invest in your stock or whatever it might be, and you don't even know what the demand for your product is. So there's so many ways that you can research the demand or the potential demand of a product before you launch that product. So you have an estimate, you have a gauge as to how well this product is going to sell before you start listing it on third-party platforms like Amazon and eBay, or before you create a whole Shopify or WooCommerce store to promote these products. One of my favorite platforms to do research is eBay, because loads of people are shopping on eBay and there's so many statistics that you can see using eBay as well. When you click on a product, it will tell you how many of that product has been sold, what products are selling fast. And you can use this data to your advantage to see, okay, this is a hot selling product, or that product is not really that hot selling. But you can also use Amazon as well and Etsy and evaluate what some of the top selling products are on those platforms. That's at least a good start. It's a good indicator as to what products are doing well, so you can potentially penetrate that market. You also want to look at how many competitors and indirect competitors are selling that product or similar products as well online. So just because a product is high in demand and loads of people are buying that product, and you might see it flying off the shelf for some of your potential competitors on these third-party platforms, sometimes there are just saturated industries. So many people are selling this product that even though the demand is great, the supply is overly supplied. So basically, if you try to sell in that market and you try to produce that same product, you're not going to have the desired result. So you want to have that balance between a product that has high demand, but also products that are not overly saturated already. So even if you're selling a product that isn't currently available online, maybe it's a new invention that you've made and you're getting it produced, there should be a product that is similar to yours, or at least serves the audience that your product will serve. So for example, let's say you invented a new type of Hoover. So people don't have to Hoover anymore. It's a new invention that you've created. You still want to look at your alternatives. So currently, what is on the market for cleaning carpets or cleaning floors? You will look at the traditional Hoovers. You might look at dustpan and brooms, and what are people currently buying and what is the demand for that? Because even though someone might not be selling your exact product, you want to think about, okay, what is similar? What are people currently buying, and how can you convince people to not buy what they're currently buying and start buying your product? You need to be doing that research. Another key way to do research is by using the Google Keyword Planner tool. and similar tools as well. So the Google Keyword Planner tool, I've mentioned it so many times on this YouTube channel. It will help you to determine how many searches per month particular key terms are getting. So you can search for your product or keywords related to your product and see how many people on average are searching for that. And you can perform this research in different countries as well. So you can see what the demand is throughout the whole of the world, essentially. But also you can see how much on average you might be paying to bid on these keywords if you were to do Google pay-per-click advertisements. So before you even purchase a product wholesale, you can have an estimate of how much it's going to cost you to promote that product if you were to promote it using Google Ads. So, there's so many different tools you can use to help you to do some product research and researching into certain markets, but you have to make sure you're doing this preparatory research before you launch your e-commerce business or before you launch a new product in your e-commerce business. The second most fundamental thing that you want to think about is serving a niche. So it's really frustrating when I'm consulting somebody or consulting a company and I'm like, who is it that you're targeting? Who is it that wants this product? And they say a general statement like, it's for everybody, or this is for everyone. And you would be surprised, because if I'm telling you this, you would think that I'm speaking to a new company or a new organization. And I work with some really, really big brands, some really big organizations. And still I get this in certain Zoom meetings where we're creating a marketing strategy and the person who's head of that particular marketing launch is telling me that they're trying to attract everybody. Now, that is not the way to go, and it's definitely not the way to go as a startup entrepreneur or someone who's trying to build their e-commerce business up. You want to have a niche. You want to have a target person that you are going after and attracting them to your product. The reason being is twofold. Firstly, it's much easier to market to one audience, and you can build social media content to attract them. You can build your online advertisements to attract them, and you can create an email list to attract them as well. And all of these things are really important. But also, you want to hopefully build recurring business. This is where someone comes to your website, buys once, and then they come back maybe next week or next month or maybe in 2 or 3 months, and they come back and buy again because your products are relevant to them. If your products are highly relevant to your audience, then they're much more likely to come back again. So let's say, for example, you're targeting gym fanatics, people who want to go to the gym and they want to work out. They can come to your website, they can buy gym gloves, they can buy dumbbells, they can buy skipping ropes or whatever it is you sell on your website. Maybe this month they need some new gym gloves, and next month they decide, oh, we want to do more home workouts. Let's buy some dumbbells. Or let me go back to that website because their customer service was great. But if you're selling loads of different products that don't appeal to one particular target group, one particular niche, then you're going to alienate the customers that you do get, and you're likely to get just one-off customers rather than recurring customers. So when it comes to e-commerce business, where the real money is made is in your ability to retain your customers. So people will buy from you often. That's why Amazon is so successful, because we go to Amazon and we buy regularly. So the big brands that and are established online, people don't just go there once and never come back again. People purchase regularly, and that's because usually because they start with a target audience. They start with a target customer that they can get back to buy either similar products or products that complement the product that they have recently bought from that website. Also, you need to have a marketing plan. So you can have a marketing plan regardless of whether you have a budget or not. You don't have to have a big budget to have a marketing plan. If you have not a lot of income, then you do want to be realistic in terms of how much money you might make short term within your e-commerce business. That being said, there's a lot of organic ways to promote your e-commerce business, from social media marketing, obviously, to SEO, to YouTube video marketing. But you want to know what the strategy is. If you don't have a budget, then create your social media or SEO strategy. If you do have a budget, then think about your product in the sense that, is it something that people are actively searching for? Or is it something that more so you want to put in people's faces? So if it's a product that a lot of people are actively searching for, then you can do more like SEO type stuff and Google pay-per-click type advertisements. But if it's a product that you feel needs to be in front of people's face in order for them to see it, want it, and make a purchase, then you want to do more interruption marketing, creating Facebook ads and Instagram ads and maybe YouTube video ads to interrupt what someone intentionally came to that platform to do. Show them your ad, and you might create success in that way. But it's important for you to sit down, create a marketing strategy. I have so many different marketing options that you can make use of that I mentioned in the formula, which is my free guide to generating leads and sales online. So I'll leave a copy of that in the description down below. Make sure you grab that. So another mistake that I see a lot of entrepreneurs making with their e-commerce businesses is not researching their competitors. So you want to figure out who are your major competitors selling your product or similar products, and what are they doing right, and are there any gaps in the market? You can learn so much from people who are already doing what you're trying to do, so that you can kind of penetrate and make a name for your own self. So I would even go as far as to say, find their website and actually make a purchase. So what you can do is screen record when you're about to make a purchase from your competitor's website, and you can see what their website looks like, what their products pages look like. You can see if they offer you any upsells. You can sign up to their email list. You can see what page you're taken to once you've successfully made a purchase. And you want to keep all of this in mind, because if that funnel is working for your major competitors and they're doing well, you can adopt that and you use that to your advantage. You don't have to copy exactly what they've done, but you can use that information to say, okay, this is what my competitors are doing. This might work for me, or this is what they're not doing. This is what I can do a little bit better. And even to the point where the product ends up in your hands. Do they use their own packaging, material? Can you adopt that as well? Researching your competitors is really key, so that you fall in the 20% and not into the 80% of companies who are not doing well in terms of their e-commerce businesses. So these are just a couple of things to keep in mind. If you are running your e-commerce business and you're struggling in whatever way, shape or form, I have so many different videos on this channel that will help you out. Again, like I said, I've got the formula as well. But if you have any questions pertaining to marketing, please do let me know in the comment section down below. I also create marketing courses for LinkedIn, as some of you know. I'll leave some of those courses in the description as well. I've got courses on SEO, on e-commerce, on email marketing, you name it. There's probably a LinkedIn course on it. If not from me, then probably some of my colleagues on the platform. So it's definitely a platform that you should check out. But I really do hope that you found this video useful. If you have any video suggestions for my next videos coming up, then let me know in the comments. But until next time, have a great day, and I'll see you soon.